Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Kelso from Exiled Power, back with an update to the Legion Pre-Patch 7.0 Enhancement Shaman video. I just want to go through a couple of the changes that have happened in the past couple weeks that will affect our gameplay in Patch 7.0 and then moving forward into Legion. First and foremost, the damage to Boulder Fist has been reduced slightly. It doesn't change the way that it plays, but it's just not pumping out as much damage. It was doing 300% nature damage. Now it's down to 250% nature damage. So again, small nerf there. And then Hailstorm, which is in the same talent tree as where we were taking Ancestral Swiftness, has been buffed slightly. So now we will be using Frostbrand Weapon in our rotation versus keeping that out in favor of keeping GCDs for Stormstrike and Boulder Fist. So real quick, as you can see going on, I'm just hitting a target dummy, just, putzing around with a really, actually a 680 eye level character. So no real crazy gear, and I'm pulling about 30k DPS. Nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, I can certainly tidy up the rotation a lot better, as it wasn't perfect, but at the same time, the gameplay, if you can see, it's changed a bit. It's much slower. There are times where you're generating a bunch of Maelstrom and you're going to have to dump it. You have a lot of Stormbringer procs, and so you're going to be smashing Stormstrike a lot. But there are lulls in the rotation where you may be low on Maelstrom, and you want to save some for a series of Stormbringer procs, and this way you can really maximize the amount of Stormstrikes you get out of the rotation without sitting on too many of those Stormbringer procs. So it slows down, and that's good. I prefer it just because it makes your execution a lot more meaningful. So with that being said, let's take a look a little bit more into what's going on, how things are going. I'm going to switch over to a copy of my character on live, and then this way I can show you sort of what's going on with the live I guess up-to-date gear, and sort of show you how that's going to translate and transition into 7.0. So let's take a look at that real quick. Hey, what's going on, guys? So here we are. We're now on the PTR. I've character copied my live version of my Shaman over, so I can give you guys a better look at what a more geared character, in this particular case an Enhancement Shaman, will look like gameplay wise moving into patch 7.0. So as we can see, I have 4-piece set bonus. The 4-piece set bonus is quite underwhelming at this point compared to what we're used to. The focus for the 4-piece is on Flame Tongue, which I guess is kind of okay. The fact that it increases our nature spell damage by 10% for its duration, that's nice considering Boulder Fist is considered a nature spell. So that's great. Stormstrike, obviously great. But I think that it leaves a lot to be desired as far as gameplay is concerned. It just feels like there could have been more done with a set bonus. Now, this is just me being picky because I like the current iteration of the set bonus and everything going on in live. Things will change, obviously, going into Legion, so we'll have to deal with whatever happens as of 7.0, just like everybody else. But I just figured I'd give you my 2 cents on that. Everything else is pretty much, Mythic or Mythic Warforged. I have the Shaman class Trinket, which in its live iteration is phenomenal. It works really, really well. Unfortunately, with its current 7.0 iteration in the pre-patch, it kind of leaves a lot to be desired. It's not really great. The fact that it generates 2 additional Maelstrom, it's kind of irrelevant, just because 2 Maelstrom is 2 Maelstrom. It's not going to make a huge difference over the course of an entire fight when you have skills like Boulder Fist generating 25 Maelstrom every time you hit it, or you click it rather. So that's that. I have a fully maxed out legendary ring. That's pretty much standard at this moment. Something to keep in mind: mastery is still going to be our favored stat going into the pre-patch and then into Legion. So everything that you see here as far as weapon enchants, or not weapon enchants, excuse me, ring enchants, neck enchants, any socketed items that I have, they're all socketed with haste, or enchanted with haste, which if I really wanted to min-max, I could enchant and gem with mastery come the pre-patch. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. We'll take a look at my talents. They haven't changed from the 680 eye level freshly geared shaman to my current shaman, just because these are pretty much locked into place now. Again, if everything stays the same without any changes, this is pretty much locked in at the moment. And so what I want to do for you guys is show you a little bit of the gameplay, show you a bit of rotation, just because with the amount of mastery that I currently have, sitting at 59% unbuffed, it definitely will affect your gameplay. It will affect the way that you can really wait to see how often Stormbringer procs versus what was happening before. Stormbringer should theoretically proc more, and therefore I should have more Stormstrike casts and should do more damage. Now again, when I use my cooldowns off the start here, I'm going to pop everything. I'm going to use my Blade Master Trinket, I'm going to use my ring, and then my wolves. So I'm going to really get into that rotation. The only thing I'm not doing here is using a pre-pot for the pull. So here we go. I'm going to start it up, and we'll see how things go. I'll try to walk you through it as well as we go. So here we go. All right. So there we go. Stormbringer procs. Going at it. So far so good. We're doing okay damage right now. Again, not forgetting about my Flame Tongue procs there, or my Flame Tongue buff and my Frostbrand buff. So that kind of was a bad pull. You want to make sure that you're keeping those up, just to make sure that you're getting the most out of your rotation. A lot of this is holding off on procs. As you can see, I'm not really getting any at the moment, so that's unfortunate. But I mean, the gameplay is a lot slower. It's much slower than what we're currently used to. There's a Stormbringer proc. And you just kind of want to sit and make sure that you've got enough Maelstrom to be able to go through your rotation. A lot of this gameplay is going to change. It's going to change drastically once we get our artifact weapon, because Enhancement Shaman has some of the greatest synergy with our artifact weapon. It's been nerfed slightly, which it's understandable. Just because we were really doing quite a bit of damage, but it's still one of the best, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing how that synergizes with our gameplay. So, I mean, obviously, really wasn't paying too much attention as far as keeping my buffs up. I'll just go for maybe another minute this way and get another ring in here, and you guys can really see, you know, once everything lines up, how it all works. So here we go. Make sure to keep Storm Strike on cooldown, if at all possible. You don't want to be wasting any Stormbringer procs. So, excuse me, the burst potential is there. It's just going to change a lot from current live 6.3 or 2, whichever we currently are. So I'm going to sign off here. Thanks again, guys. You can check out our website at exiledpower.com. And definitely be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down obviously if you disliked it, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. So thanks again, talk to you later.